Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my leadership podcast. This is episode 3, and today I will be talking to you about a few new theories I have learned ever since episode 2, and just how I've been intentionally applying these to my leadership roles in life and in my other school projects that I have been working on this semester, especially the situational approach, the path goal theory, the leader-member exchange theory, and the transformational leadership. So the first one that I would like to talk about is situational approach. This theory does emphasize on adapting your style based on your followers' needs. So I found it very interesting to learn a theory that is not just, learning about leaders, but it is based off the follower. And the more you learn, the more we have learned, you realize that not only do we have different leaders, but we also have different followers. You don't just have a specific follower, you don't only just have the follower. It's like there's also different types of followers with different personalities and different needs. So I found this to be a very interesting and very helpful theory. And I was even able to find out that I lean towards the supportive style, which is not surprising because from my last episodes, we have learned that I am, an empath and emotional, and I am just more of that kind of style than more of a supportive than a directive. And so after learning this, I was not surprised, but it did, this approach also did teach me that leadership isn't one size fits all. And just because I do lean more towards that style, I've learned that I still just need to adapt depending on the situation and adapt depending on the follower. I also have been applying the path goal theory, and I found this to be very interesting because, like I mentioned before, that's where I found out my type of style. I was able to take the questionnaire, and I just would like to share with you guys my scores, just to keep track of this information. I feel like this is very interesting and very good to know, especially if I do want to become the best leader I can. So yes, I want to share that with you. My first one is supportive style, scoring a 29. My second highest was the participative style, 27. My third one was 25 for directive style. And my last one was achievement style, scoring a 21. And overall, I do agree with this score, since I am very people-centered, like I've mentioned in my past 2 episodes, and encouraging to others, because I have that emotional aware approach. I very much agree that my highest is a supportive style. I did like to see that I do have, my third highest was directive style, so I do have that part of me, because I would, that is one of the biggest reasons, not one of the biggest reasons, but taking this class is what I seek to gain from this class, is just really getting to be better at the directive side of leadership and style. And so seeing that 25, I'm like, okay, it's in me. It's not too low. But yeah, just overall that questionnaire really helped me see my supportive style, understanding it, and I completely agree with the results. I actually noticed for my social media marketing group project, I did step in with my supportive style role. We were unsure about our newest assignment that we were working on. It was actually very lengthy, it was a lot of work, and it was a lot of things that we had never done before, like KPIs and analytics for social media platforms for the nonprofit that we're gonna help out. And so, yeah, it was just like a lot of things that we didn't know how to work on, and we were very overwhelmed, very stressed out. But this is where I kind of stepped in, and not because I didn't step in to be like, oh, I understand how to do this, like I'm going to do this, or I'm going to help y'all with it, because unfortunately, I'm also learning. It is my first time learning about like social media platform analytics and all of that process. And so since it was my first time as well, I wasn't stepping in to let them like explain it, because I also was very confused myself. But instead, I stepped in, letting everybody know that we all have different strengths. And so I, sat down and I just asked everybody like what everybody knew, what everybody felt comfortable doing. And then from there, I wanted to assign specific roles for our assignment to the specific person that fit best. For example, there is this one team member who knows social media more than all of us, because she actually she has a social media platform. And so she's run other like social media platforms for other companies, I'm sure, before. So she's very experienced. And so when she shared that with us, that's when I was able to let her know that if she was comfortable with it, of course, that if she wanted to, if she could please take on the assignment for that part. And this is what we ended up doing, we all divided the different social media platforms. So I did Instagram, the other team member did Twitter, the other one did Facebook, and she kind of took time with us individually and let us and taught us what she knows and taught us what to do, and used all her knowledge about analytics and just being able to organize ourselves that way and organize our ideas, and not having that communication worked tremendously. And the team member that did know analytics, it's not like we were like, go ahead, here's all the work, and then stress her out with all this workload and not us do anything. But instead, we still divided the work evenly, and she actually, her role was to take time and show us and teach us what she knew. And so that just worked out perfect. Just treating all of us equal. I think treating us equal, and just motivating everybody, encouraging them, letting them know that it was okay to be stressed out, it was okay to be unsure, but that everyone brings their different strengths to the project. And it reduced stress a lot for us, and it definitely took away a lot of that pressure. And I feel like we are now even more of a great group of we're a great team now because of that. So I just did want to share that a little bit with you guys. And really quick to talk about my participative style, I also did notice this when I asked for everyone to participate, because it did get a little quiet, and everybody was kind of distancing themselves, and just like bringing everyone in and encouraging that participation, and encouraging everyone to voice their opinions, voice what they're feeling, voice their strengths and their weaknesses, also helped a lot. But yes, another theory that I have learned has been the leader member exchange, LMX. This is a theory that focuses on relationships between leaders and followers. And in my group project, I did intentionally ask the quieter, there is two more quiet, on the quiet side, team members. And I encouraged that input from them so they wouldn't feel left out, because sometimes the more quiet people are just scared to voice how they feel, and they might struggle doing that alone. And so I kind of took that chance to ask them respectfully and ask for their input, and it actually helped even more. And I could tell it was something that needed to be done. I don't think they would have done it if they didn't feel safe enough and welcome enough. And so overall, this leader member exchange, LMX, has taught me that leadership is relational, and it's just not task focused. And lastly is the transformational leadership. This is a style that focuses on inspiring people and building intrinsic motivation. So with this one, I have realized that I don't respond well with controlling or fear-based leadership. So I have just always tried leading with encouragement because I very much appreciate that from a leader, when they're encouraging me, when they are there to make it feel like a safe environment, make me know that it's okay if I have doubts or questions or I'm struggling with something. That is very crucial and important because I've had moments where I have been in a situation with a leader that was more controlling, and their leadership style was more fear-based, and so that environment was terrible to work in. You're afraid to speak your mind, you're afraid to ask questions, you're afraid to learn, and when you're gonna keep struggling. You're not gonna be able to learn how to do what you're struggling with, and then it's just like not the best environment ever. And so with this transformational leadership style, I do want to try to lead with encouragement and collaboration. I already notice I do, especially it goes hand in hand with my supportive style, so it should come very easy to me. But yeah, I just want to make people feel capable and competent. That is my number one goal. And I think that is overall the safest and healthiest work environment for the goal, or wherever, whatever job or leadership role that I have. That is exactly what I want to create. And so yeah, overall, since episode 2, I've become even more self-aware about my individual styles, but also more knowledge on the follower side, understanding followers, because yes, we're leaders, but we're also followers from time to time. And so just really getting to know those two different perspectives has been very helpful for me, especially during this in this semester where I have a few projects and a few teams that I am a part of. I already feel such a growth in me, just because of this class. And yeah, another thing, I've learned to adapt to my style when needed, but also be open to the other ones, my other types of styles, like my second highest, my third, and my fourth. I think just being knowledgeable about them is gonna make me more flexible as a leader. Having all those different styles just is very, I know, will help in the long run. And another last thing, I understand leadership is about flexibility and emotional intelligence. And yeah, just learning how to balance all of these, and overall just with support and structure. So yes, thank you so much for listening to my 3rd episode. I cannot wait to catch you guys up on my 4th. Have a good day. Bye.